It's usually after great pain that people begin to make new choices or begin to appreciate things they've begun to take for granted, like basic freedoms. This can truly serve. It's up to us whether it does or not. You must create a vision of something greater. See it as it is, then see it better than it is. Then make it the way you now see it. That's what a leader does. They create a vision for more. Think about all the people that right now that are laughing. And if you could absorb all their laughter in your body, all over the earth there are people laughing right now. All over this world right now there are people kissing. Right now. All over this world, absorb all their kisses. If you're going to absorb all the pain, you better take up all of humanity's love too, because otherwise you're not picking a balance. Because a real leader is here to serve, not their own needs, but the greater good. And in so doing, their needs are met as well. You can't give strength to someone else unless you have it inside you. You can't give love to someone else unless you've given it to yourself. And you sure can't create an exciting life if the only time you can be excited is when there are no problems. Because if you're waiting for a time when there are no problems, and there's no pain, and there's no tragedy, and there's no injustice before you celebrate, then you're never going to celebrate again as long as you live, or you're going to have to focus only on a very small part of the world. Don't be selective in your caring. Don't be selective in your pain. Create gratitude now. From that place, there'll be more of you to give. If you look for the good, it's always there. What's wrong is always available, whether you show it on the news or not. And so is what's right. Right now, there are children being born into a world where they will be loved. Right now, there are people being saved in hospitals all across this country. Right now, there are lives being turned around by people who care. Everywhere in this moment, life is brewing and growing and expanding. All over this earth, life always moves forward. It never moves backward. Children are laughing. People are achieving. If this was just one more event in your life, another piece of the fabric coming together to create more of you, the real you showing up, what would you decide to do? How would you decide to deal with tragedy? What decision could you make? Because in a state of certainty, you know what's right, not what I know, what you know. You have to make your own choices. We can all share our point of view, but you have to make your own choices. What's right for you to do? How can you use this? What can you remember about humanity or about yourself? What emotions are available at any moment for you?
In talking about gratitude, Robbins began with a comforting theme of appreciating one's own blessings. But he gradually expanded the circle of appreciation until it included the experience of humanity as a whole. Robbins encouraged the audience to deliberately assume the responsibility of leadership, to get outside of themselves, resolve their own inner turmoil, so they could have resources to go back and make a difference in their communities. He wanted to make sure that everyone in the room used this as an opportunity to become more resourceful, not just that day, but in their lives, to go back home and be a positive force.